live. Oh my God. Oh dear. Oh dear. Your feed of Instagram. Hey, I'm just trying to get myself live on Instagram, which is never a thing. So let's see if I can do this. I'm just setting up, so join us. Oh, okay. I want to do that. Okay. Well, maybe it's not going to go live on Instagram. So this is so interesting. I was just actually doing another video in my car about me being a pee-wee football player on an NFL field when it comes to all things internet related. And so I am connecting streaming software to go live. All right. It doesn't really do that. So it's probably not going to go live on Instagram. For those of you that love Instagram, it's probably one of the hardest ones for me to participate in. So let me see if we are actually okay. Well, it shows that I'm streaming live, so let's just go with it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the Monday Mindset Magic with me, your Queen of Magic, Debbie Dobbins. And as I said, I was really hoping to be live on Instagram, but it doesn't appear that that's actually what's going to happen. So I'm going to give it one more. And then we're going to get started. Already did all that. So, okay. So we're not live on Instagram, which is fine. I have every platform in Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, all of that good stuff. And what I love about having all of these platforms, and the funny thing is that my mindset is not the mindset of all of the professionals out there. And I want to just make sure that it truly is live. There we go. What's interesting is all the professionals that will tell you how to excel on social media, which that's never been my intention. I don't care if I go viral. That isn't the point. My point is to get the message out so that you can have a magical life. And one of the things that I find fascinating is, of course, they all say, choose one platform and go all in. Well, I'm an overachiever, so I don't do that. So funny. But so I left off last week. So every Monday, we're going to do this Monday Mindset Magic and all of these platforms. So I may be speaking to somebody it's midnight in Pakistan or in Europe or in New York or California because of all the different platforms that I have. And I invite you to follow me on all of them because they have a little bit of different flavor on each one. And everybody has their own version of platforms that they like. And that being said, I know the one essential ingredient to everything in life is mindset. And I left off last week with saying that mindset is everything, everything, everything. Mindset is the key to happiness. And I've shared this before that I have this very large group in Wichita Falls, which is where I live part time, that I've been accused of having Pollyanna and unicorn and rainbows and all of that. You can't be happy all the time. Well, you can choose to be however you want to be. Because the one thing I do know that we have complete control of in our lives is our mindset, how we view whatever it is that we experience in life. So, mindset is the key to everything: happiness, fulfillment, joy, love, beauty, money, all the good, yummy stuff. Right. So, I teach about prosperity, and I'm really shifting into a higher level of consciousness these days. And it's not about the seeking of the money, it's about seeking the mindset that will create and draw into your experience those things that you absolutely love and desire in your life. And I left you with a challenge last week to notice your thoughts and what patterns are showing up for you, and really just to pay attention to these disempowering thoughts that you have. That was just an idea to look, to be aware, because awareness is the first step to actually having any sort of shift in your mindset. And I left you with this question: I can't blank. I can't make enough money. I can't have a relationship. I can't, control my kids, all of the things that you say you can't because, and then fill in the blank. I'm not this. I'm too fat. I'm too tall. I'm too this. I'm too that. And what I was asking you to do last week is take a moment to reflect on that question. And I am sure if you did do that, that some interesting answers came out. So I would invite you to put some of those answers in the chat if you don't mind, if you're brave enough, because we on social media we very much hide from the world, and my desire is that we just be out there. Brene Brown talks about vulnerability, and vulnerability is sharing with the world who you truly are. And so just noticing what keeps you stuck is the first step to changing our mindset. So today, I'm going to talk to you about fixed mindset versus growth mindset, because there are two variations of mindset, and everyone has a mindset. Don't misunderstand what I say about mindset. Your mindset is either fixed or it's in growth. And it doesn't mean that you have to be in growth mindset all the time. And what I love more than anything in the world is learning, researching, seeing what, especially what research shows of how we operate as human beings, because how we operate as human beings is fascinating. Fascinating. And there is a woman, she's an American psychologist by the name of Carol Dweck. And I didn't put it in the body of this, but I invite you to go check out her TED Talk. It's called Developing a Growth Mindset. It's 8 minutes, and it's great, great, great information. And she wrote a book called Mindset. Imagine that. So she's done a ton of research on mindset. And as a professor at Stanford, I'm pretty sure that's where she's at, she has done tons of research on mindset, and especially not only with grown-ups but with kids. And she's this great TED Talk. She talks about this research that she's done with the idea of the power of not yet, especially as it relates to kids. But think about that for a second. When you say, I don't have blank, and then you stop and truncate it, and you have no um, growth mindset, and you're completely uh, enmeshed in that fixed mindset, you don't give yourself the opportunity to come up with or allow other ideas to come in. But when you say not yet, it is this open vessel that says, I don't, I can't. And for me, it's social media, playing as a peewee football player on an NFL field, because I'm not really great at it. I'm not, and that's okay, because I'm learning. I'm trying my best to learn the things that I can to share the message on a global level that you can have, be, do, or experience anything that you want. Now, that being said, um, there's a lot of algorithms and techniques that go into it. And if I get into that space of, oh, I'll never learn this, that's a fixed mindset that keeps me stuck. If I say, not expert at mindset, I'm not expert at social media yet, then it leaves me opportunity to show up in a different way. So this morning, I wanted to share a story about what she said when she did her research on her book of mindset, the story about Michael Jordan. So if you're living under a rock, you don't know who Michael Jordan is, but Michael Jordan's the GOAT, greatest of all time. And the interesting thing is I don't know if you know this or not, but Michael Jordan was cut from his I'm getting messages. Oh my God. Am I not? I am live. I'm getting messages that I'm supposed to start a live. I'm going to just go pop in here and see if I'm going to check on Facebook. It's live, so I don't know. I'm just, once again, all of this stuff is just, it eludes me like nobody's business. But anyways, Michael Jordan, GOAT, greatest of all time. He was, he was cut from his varsity high school team. Can you imagine Michael Jordan? Jordan! And she talks about that he was devastated, right? He was devastated. So imagine Michael Jordan walking home after he's cut, locking himself in his room and crying. I mean, literally crying because he was so totally devastated. Can you relate? How many times do you let failure or loss keep you from living life to its fullest? I know I do. So it's the mindset that says, how do you act when you are depressed or you are upset or you had a failure or you're judging a situation to be something that it's truly not? Are you falling into this fixed mindset or a growth mindset that says, not yet, I'm not there yet? Whatever you're striving to do in that moment, if it's not working out, give yourself the grace, the space to have this open growth mindset of saying, it's not here yet. My dream's not here yet. This opportunity that we have every moment of every day to look at things differently than we have in the past, because that's just falling back into our fixed mindset patterns. So looking at every opportunity or every experience as good, learning from the experience, confronting the obstacles. We are so powerful. We don't even give ourselves credit for it. And so today, begin to think of anything as an obstacle, as positive, a constructive opportunity that's been put in your path to let you grow and learn and be who you truly are, not a big drag. And if it doesn't go your way, right? If it doesn't go your way or it doesn't feel like it's going your way, that there's not something inherently wrong with you. Like I would love to say, and I did when I was first learning all this social media. I'll never learn it. I just don't have the ability to. And the fact is that once you push through that, especially when you're learning something new, you can you can find ways to say that this is not okay because I'm not okay. So don't stop doing something that your vision is calling you to do. Step into this growth mindset and begin to respond in a different way. And I have been journaling, literally just being very deep these days. And I wanted to share the journal writing that I had this morning because I really think uh, somebody can get something out of it. I don't know. Maybe it's not all of you. I know that I got a great deal out of it. And I was really quite struck by how, I'm just looking to make sure everybody's okay. It's not, never mind. Okay. So I wanted to read this journal entry for you because I think, or I feel like I'm compelled to do that. My intuition is telling me to. And you take these words for your own. And I had this download that getting up every day, because this is a mindset. So starting every day with what you want to feel that day is going to be, is to say, this is going to be the best day of my life. Like if you did that every single day, holy moly, you're going to set yourself up for amazing magic. So I wrote this. I woke up with the mantra, this is going to be the best day of my life. There's actually a song. I wish I could play it in the background. Wow, what an affirmation. Every moment is infused with creating the best day of my life. No ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. That leaves space only for a mindset that no matter what earthly experience presents itself, it is already complete with all the energy and potential to create the best life, even if the appearance is something at first glance that I don't feel is joyful, positive, and creative. I know that the universe is always saying yes, that God's got my back, and there is only the highest and best available to me. I trust every experience in front of me. My decisions are always the right decisions, and navigating this best day is full of ease and grace. I allow that flow, and so it is. So I invite you today to adopt that mantra. Today is the best day of my life. I am here experiencing amazing opportunities. Life is supporting me. God has got my back. And if you do that, I want you to, at the end of every day this week, um, I want you to think of an opportunity that I've recently come across, which I've not tried, but I've tried other things just like this, is to have a happy jar next to your bed. So what you do is have a little jar next to your bed. Imagine this is a jar. And every night before you go to bed, have these little tiny pieces of paper and write down something that just made you super happy. Because what we do is this mindset, this fixed mindset, we're focusing all the things and all the patterns and all the synapses and brain waves I shared about last week that have got us here and keep us stuck. So you may just say, wow, the sun was shining today. Or you might do something. Recently, I was walking at the falls by my house, and there was a little couple that was from someplace else walking along. And I just love gushing about Wichita Falls and Playa. And I was sharing with them all about the history of the falls because I have a YouTube channel that I know too much about the history of Wichita Falls. But it just gave me such joy, and it gave them joy to hear about that, how the falls were created, and that there's a brick in there from the original Niagara Falls, and Willard Scott was here, and they canoed across from the Sheridan. But it made me so happy and so joyful that that's something that I would write down. But recreating that experience every time I share that story, my whole beingness gets filled up with gratitude and joy. So this is your opportunity, if you'd like, this week, is to get yourself a jar, call it your happy jar, and every day at the end of the day, put a little note in there for yourself what made you extremely happy. That will get you to begin to look at this i'm not I'm not this yet growth mindset. So that's our Mindset Monday magic for this week, and I appreciate all of you for showing up. And tell your friends. We'll see you next week.